Hey guys, Blackjack here. Today I want to show you how to build a cheap Plex server. That is from getting the PC itself, to getting extra hard drives, to setting up Plex, well not setting up but showing you where to download Plex, and demonstrating how to create collections as well on a Plex server. Now this server is good enough for if you are living by yourself, or maybe 2 streams at once. Streaming DVDs you own and ripped. I will not say you should do pirating software, pirated movies, sorry, but I own these DVDs I'm going to show you. Like this. This is, if I can get it to show without it being overblown. Here, The Lost Boys trilogy for 3 DVDs. Better. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to put this onto a Plex server and how to build a Plex server for 70 quid. That's 70 UK pounds, or about $90. So first thing of all is you need a PC, which I will flip over to my PC so you can see what PC. And here it is on eBay. This is a HP Elite, small form factor, dual core E5 400 2.7 GHz CPU with 4 GB RAM and 250 GB hard drive. Now obviously the 250 GB hard drive is not big enough, but there is room on this to fit 2 hard drives inside it. The dual core CPU is good enough to transcode Plex on the fly if you're just doing DVDs. If you're doing Blu-rays, it is good enough for 1 stream. For DVDs, it's good enough for 2 streams. Anything else, you need a more powerful PC for. So this is just for DVDs mainly. The other thing you'll also need is a 2 TB hard drive. Now, this computer, the HP Elite, cannot hold more than 2 TB because it is a BIOS. It's not an EFI BIOS. It's only a standard BIOS. So the maximum hard drive that it can hold is a 2 TB one. Now all my collection is on a 2 TB hard drive. Every single film I own is still on 2 TB hard drive with other stuff as well, which I will show you later. So you put that inside this. PC. Now this comes with Windows. I will show you mine here. This is my setup. So it's a Pentium dual core E4 500 at 2.7 GHz, which is what that thing is. That eBay listing I've just shown you. This has got 6 GB of RAM, but it's only running a 32-bit version of Windows 10 Professional, which is what it came with when I bought it. So it's only using 3.5 GB of the RAM. I have put an extra graphics card in this, but you don't really need it because Plex does not use a graphics card. It's just a cheap GT 630, I think, graphics card. But this is my main Plex server. So what you need to do, you need to go to plex.tv and download the media server. Install it on that machine. Then you need to rip DVDs. Now I use a program called Win DVD Ripper, I think it's called. No, WinX DVD Ripper Platinum. With this program, it uses, if you got like I've got in this machine a 1050 Ti, it uses that graphics card to rip the DVD. Like I said, you should only use this on DVDs you own. It rips the DVD and then plonks it onto your desktop. Now, when you've ripped the DVD, you will get things like this here. I've already renamed this to what I want. These are all the 3 DVDs here. So let's just see how big this file is. It's 1.71 gigabytes, so it's not too bad. That's for a full movie. What you need to do, especially if you're doing like this, which is like this thing, which has got 3 DVDs in it, so you want it as a series, as they're called collections in Plex. So what you want to do is put E01, E02, and E03 for each of the episodes, which is each of the films basically. And then dash, and then whatever it's called, like Lost Boys, The Tribe, and Lost Boys, The Thirst, are the three. Now this bit is very important. Once you've renamed it, you need to go into details. I've done it on this so I can show you, and then you need to type what the film is called there. Otherwise, Plex will find the metadata but then transfer the title over to the wrong title. So once you've done that, you need to transfer them over to the Plex server. Now all I've done is I've shared the Plex drive. Now this is what everything on here is, everything that is on my Plex drive. So it's got YouTube, TV, because I've got some TV pictures on there. I've got pictures. Now these pictures are from my DSLR, which I've got. All my music's on here. Got movies, which are single movies, not in a series like The Lost Boys. Google Photos backup, because I use a Google Pixel. I use Google Photos to store my photos online. What this does is uses the Google Drive app and then downloads all the photos onto here. And then this automatically goes into my Plex server as well. And then collections. Now it's the collections we want. So we'll just double click on that. All these are all collections of movies. So we're going to my Star Trek. As you can see, got Star Trek Beyond, Star Trek Nemesis, and Star Trek. We go to, let's say, Underworld. These are all the Underworlds. 300, those are the two 300s. Babylon 5, we've got two Babylon 5s. So what we need to do is create a new folder and call this Lost Boys. And then we need to transfer these three files into here. So just grab them and shove them over. Now this should take long because I am on a gigabit network here. Right, all the files are almost transferred over now. I've just skipped the boring bit there. So all the files are transferred over now. So we can get rid of these, we don't need these anymore. Okay. So what we need to do now is go into your Plex server. Now this is my Plex server. This is the IP address on my local network, and this is the port number which you need to address your Plex server. And this is my movie collections here. Okay, so all this is, if I just go to edit, so it's in the general, it's under the movies categories, and I just put movie collections for the name. I've added the collections folder on the local drive, and it includes some dashboards and all that type of stuff here. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to update this. So we just go to refresh, or scan itself. I set it to automatically scan if it sees anything new, so it's scanning all the new files in there now. Now all we need to do is wait for these movies here. I've already popped up, so just wait for the metadata to come across. It automatically downloads the metadata for you. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it puts a picture on there, so we need to change that, see if the picture's on there or not. Now as you can see, it's not put one on there for some reason, but it's got the other two. So what we can do, if this happens, is we can go to match, and we can choose which one. So just give it a minute while it finds some matches for us. Now, I'm pretty sure that is 1987. So it's just downloading all the data now. There you go. So that's right covers. So what we need to do now is if we go to, we need to click on this actually. Go to edit Lost Boys. we need to put a tag in. Just call it Lost Boys. Save the changes. And then we need to do the same for this one. The same tagging. And then for this one here, just put the same tag in. Okay, so that's the collection now done. Right, so once you've made your collection, which is here, but what we can do now, we can just show it off. So if we go to collections, these are all my collections on my Plex server. We show this, there they are all there. Okay, and this is, remember, on a £40 PC with a £30 hard drive. So if you want to play, say, the Lost Boys now, you just click on it. There you go. I'm not going to play it all because I'll get copyright, but that's how quick it will start playing on this cheap PC. Now for my clients, I use something called a Roku Express, which is this here. So we'll just go to Amazon so you can see it. This Roku Express can do a lot more than just Plex, but it is very cheap. It does up to HD. You can get 4K versions of this as well, but this one does up to HD. For some reason my internet's gone on go slow. But it does up to HD, and it's very cheap. All you do, you just hook up a HDMI cable to it. It comes with a remote. Would help if I had a picture of it. Right, here we go. It's better. So this is the Roku Express here. This is the remote control. All you do, you hook up a HDMI cable to there, power to there. It connects to your network via wireless. And you can just install the Plex apps directly onto the Roku. It's in the Roku store. Another thing that I would do as well for your Plex server, so then you don't have to keep logging into your Plex server on your local network only, is if you go to your Plex server, then if you click on your settings, the network, and then you want to show advanced, and then put your local network on here. So if you can see mine's 192.168.0. blah blah blah. So you put 192.168.0.0/24 here. And what that will do is allow you to directly connect to your Plex server without having to log into Plex itself. So say your internet goes down, you can still watch your Plex media on your like for instance, I can watch this on my Roku even though I've got no internet. So yep, I hope this helped a bit. So yep, catch you all in the next video hopefully. See you next time.